Good morning, Class 8. Welcome to Mornings with Ms Hazel. How are you doing today? Let's talk about the weather. The weather today is sunny. Sunny is the weather, the weather, the weather. Sunny is the weather today. So next, boys and girls, I am going to take my marker and I'm going to make, you're right, the circle and put it on top of the sunny symbol, okay? Because it's sunny today. If you go out for fresh air, please take a jacket, okay? Because it's a little cold. Now, boys and girls, we want to do a roll call. I want to see who's here today. So when you hear your name, I want you to say, I am here. Dylan A. Allison. Dylan G. Valerie. Jose. Julacey. Jimena. William. Dejaris. Alejandro. Jason Q. Celeste. Jason P. Allison A. V. Good. I'm glad everybody could make it. Okay, boys and little girls, let's get ready to do our message for today. As you can see on my table, I have some pennies. So we're going to do some work with pennies today, and we're going to have a special story using our pennies. So we're going to talk about our message. I want to make sure you can see, boys and girls, this is a penny. It's round like a circle, okay, and it's a type of money. Our message today, boys and girls, is going to be, we are going to count pennies. I have my name here. We start with my name, and now I'm going to draw a picture of myself. Around and close, down, across, slant, slant. And I'm just going to put a penny here. But our message is we are going to count pennies. So I'm going to draw some pennies. These are my pennies, okay? Now what should I do next? You're right. We need to make the lines, okay? And we're going to talk it out. We are going to count the pennies. Let's check. We are going to count the pennies. And make sure you put your period at the end. So now, what we need to do next, boys and girls, is put our words on top of the line, okay? So help me with the words. We are going to count the pennies. Okay, pennies. Now we need to think about what letter, this is our sound map, what letter begins like P? That's right, boy, girl, P. P. P is for pennies, P is for potatoes. Now we're going to make the letter P. Let's read our message. We are going to count the pennies. This is our message, boys and girls. You did an awesome job. Now, next, boys and girls, I'm going to read you a story. But before I do, let's do a little rhyme. Okay? We are going to do Grandma's glasses. Okay? These are Grandma's glasses. This is Grandma's cap. This is how she folds her hands and places them on her lap. Okay, boys and girls, now I think you're ready for the story. The name of the story is Benny's Pennies. So you see these pennies on my table? We're going to be counting them, and the pennies is all about the story, so I need you to listen. What we're going to try to do today is make a connection. And I want you to think about if anybody's ever given you some money and what you would like to buy with the money they gave you. So someone has given Benny some pennies. So he's going to buy some things. Let's see before we start the story how many pennies he has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're shiny. Let's get one of my pennies. Shiny like Benny's pennies, okay? Let's count the pennies on the table to see if I have the same amount as Benny. He has 5. Let's see if I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, boys and girls, I do have 5. And this is the number 5. You can hold up 5 fingers because we'll be working with 5 pennies today. Again, the name of the story is Benny's Pennies. This is the front of the book and the back of the book. And this is the spine. Okay, the author is Pat Brinson and the illustrator is Bob Barner, okay? And this is the title page of the book. Let's begin. Benny McBride had 5 new pennies. What should I buy, he asked. Remember, he's starting with 5. You're going to help me. We're going to be counting backwards. Buy something beautiful, said his mom. Buy something good to eat, said his brother. Buy something nice to wear, said his sister. Woof, woof, said the dog. Meow, said the cat. Okay, Benny said, I will. So Benny McBride, with his 5 new pennies, strolled out in the morning sun. Stroll means to walk, boys and girls. A woman was cutting roses. Her name was Mrs. Hill. Will you sell me a rose? Asked Benny. Will you sell me a rose for a penny? Yes, I will, said Mrs. Hill. So Benny gave Mrs. Hill a penny. Remember, boys and girls, we started out with 5. He gave her 1, so we don't have 5 anymore. Let's see. Then Benny McBride, with 4 new pennies and a sweet-smelling rose, strolled on in the morning sun. I strolled to the park. That means I took a walk in the park. Stroll means walk. A girl was baking cookies. Her name was Lucy May. Will you sell me a cookie? Asked Benny. Will you sell me a cookie for a penny? A cookie for a penny? Okay, said Lucy May. So he gave another penny. So he doesn't have 4 anymore. Now he has 3. Then Benny McBride, with his 3 new pennies, hold up 3 fingers, a sweet-smelling rose, a soft, warm cookie, strolled into the morning sun. A boy was making hats. His name was Michael Best. Will you sell me a hat? Asked Benny. Will you sell me a hat for a penny? Yes, oh yes, said Michael Best. So Benny gave him a penny. So now he has 2 pennies left. Then Benny McBride, with 2 new pennies, a sweet-smelling rose, a soft, warm cookie, and a fine paper hat, strolled on in the morning sun. Still walking, still strolling, boys and girls. A butcher was cutting meat. His name was Mr. Hopper. Will you sell me a bone? Asked Benny. Will you sell me a bone for a penny? You're quite a sharper, said Mr. Hopper. So he gives Mr. Hopper the penny. Now he has 1 penny left. Then Benny McBride, with 1 new penny, a sweet-smelling rose, a soft, warm cookie, a fine paper hat, and a big, meaty bone, strolled on in the morning sun. A man was catching fish. His name was Mr. Bill. Will you sell me a fish? Asked Benny. Will you sell me a fish for a penny? It's a deal, said Mr. Bill. And Benny gave his last penny. That's right, no more pennies left. Then Benny McBride, with a sweet-smelling rose, a soft, warm cookie, a fine paper hat, a big, meaty bone, and a floppy, wet fish, but no new pennies, strolled home in the morning sun. I'm back, he called, and I brought what you said. It's beautiful, said Mom. Good, said his brother. I like it, said his sister. Woof, woof, said the dog. Meow, said the cat. Thank you, Benny, they all said together. You're welcome, said Benny McBride. Boys and girls, I hope you like the story. And boys and girls, ask someone in your home, mom and dad, sister, brother, or friend, what would they buy if someone gave them money? Have a great day.